We're actually using turkey. Has anybody used ground turkey before? It's fantastic. I promise you cannot tell a difference between your normal beef and turkey. So, I'm just gonna grab this. Now, Paula Deen, who knows Paula Deen? We all know Paula Deen. She has a bacon cheeseburger meatloaf that we're actually comparing to this recipe, okay? So this recipe actually has about 200 calories a serving, and the Paula Deen recipe has 816 calories a serving. So, and I was gonna do a taste test and have both of them there and let you try it, but I was really afraid you would like hers better, so I didn't make hers. So we're just gonna pretend hers is really gross and not good. So we want almost 2 pounds of turkey. So each one is about a pound, so we're gonna add just about both containers of the ground turkey. And this is actually 93.7, so it's a real lean protein, which is great. That's what you wanna stick with, especially the turkey. It's gonna take a lot of the fat out, a lot of the sodium out. So we are going to, first, this is kind of an interesting thing for meatloaf. We've got quick cooked oats. Everybody knows a little oatmeal, right? This is gonna kind of be our binder and our little moist, give it a little moistness. So we've got some oats here, and I'm gonna grab our milk. Half a cup of milk. And while we prep the rest of this, I'm just gonna kind of let these guys soak. So this is gonna kind of act as the binder. Oatmeal is a great source of complex carbs and a good protein as well. So this is a protein-packed dinner, which I always like. Okay. Turkey and oat mixture, chopped onion, bell peppers, and eggs. So we've got some pretty vegetables. We're gonna add some chopped onions. They just go right in here with the turkey. And we are going to add some eggs. We've got 2 eggs already ready for us here. I'm gonna grab the peppers and grab our ketchup and pray that nothing drops. Turkey, oat mixture, chopped onion. So our onion goes in, the bell pepper. We've got a pretty yellow and red bell pepper. They just go straight in there. Put these off to the side. And then our eggs go in. Worcestershire, however you say it, sauce is right here. Just a teeny little bit to give it some flavor. Drop that right in. And of course we have our ketchup. Now, this is a low sodium ketchup. You can really add whatever you want. Now, who wants to help me mix it all together and smush it all around? I don't see anybody's hands like flagging up to the air. Y'all just want to watch me do it, don't you? And there, Alicia, you want to do it? Come on up here. I knew I had a volunteer. So there's real, I mean, here's a spoon, but you really can't get in there like you need to. Yes, and there's a sink and a soap. While she's doing this, I'll show you. All this stuff is in here. If you kind of want to just look at the mixture before it gets all smushed around. The good thing about this is it's one of those dishes where it's all in one pot. There's not a lot of mess. I'm gonna go ahead, see, you can kind of see what happened to the oatmeal here. It absorbs all that milk, kind of puffs it up. This is just gonna make the meatloaf nice and moist. So, we're gonna dump this in. And there's really no tool to do this aside from going back to kindergarten, getting in there, and smushing it around. So, if you will be so kind, just dig right in there. You can use your fingers.
Sure.
Oh yes, here. We don't need no spoon. You may want to take your rings off. It gets very messy.
I did wash my hands.
Just smush it all around. Don't you feel like you're in kindergarten?
I love it.
Yeah. So just smush it all around.
You can be creative with your meatloaf.
Exactly. Now when I make this, I actually put a little bit more oats in there, and so you can just kind of play around with that and see how much oats you want to use. I'll rinse my hands off real quick. Very nice. By making her do it? Yes.
I'll say she's not talking about my hands.
Beautiful. See, could you have done that with a spoon?
No.
No. That's perfect, thank you. Give her a hand for getting messy. When this is all mixed together, you are going to take a baking dish like we have right here. And what you're going to do, again, this is a very fun arts and crafty type dish because not only do you get to mush it around, but you get to form it. So once you put it in here, just kind of smush it around. Again, you want it to be as even as possible so that way it's going to bake at the same temperature. You don't want one big side here and then one small one. Do I need to scoot over? I'm in the wrong place. So you're just going to smush it all together till it's a nice loaf. So, and this pan is actually great. It's a little bit bigger than the meatloaf, so it's going to give a chance for the juices to kind of all hang out in here and let it get nice and moist. So once you have it in a nice, even, it's about a 2-inch height there. You can see. What we're going to do at this point is take our can of tomato sauce, which is already open for me. Just pour this right on the top. And then earlier we had done some onions that we set aside just for pretty factor. And you're just going to lay those right on top. These are going to get nice and caramelized on the top. Give it a good little brown flavor. So once those guys are all on there, we're just going to pop it in the oven. Uncovered, it goes in just like this. So you're just going to place it right in the oven. And here is our finished product. Beautiful. Just like your mom's meatloaf. So there's our meatloaf.